What's going on today, everybody? So today we are going to be talking about Proton Loan, which has actually recently launched. So let's get straight into this here. So as you can see, we are here on the Proton Loan page. As you can see, it says get ready to loan. So there's no gas fees, instant transactions, and it's one of the fastest and easiest ways to earn interest on your crypto. So this is Proton Loan. I've done a video previously on Proton Loan. So if you guys haven't seen that one and you want to check that out before checking this video out, definitely go ahead and do so. But anyways, guys, let's get started on Proton Loan. So in short, Proton Loan is a DeFi lending platform that is under Proton itself. And as you can see here, you can deposit your crypto into loan pools to actually earn interest on them. You can borrow crypto and track your transactions. And as you can see right down here, we have a total value locked of $11.9 million, almost at that $12 million total value locked range. And this is the actual loan markets page right here. So as you guys can see, there's different tokens that you can go ahead and go on with, which is like the XBTC, which is the wrapped Bitcoin on Proton. So you can also see the XETH, where you can see Proton, we can see Metal, and there's a few other options like USDC, and then the most recent one, which is Doge. So there's different options on here, and as you can see down here, you can actually earn APY on these deposits and on their borrows actually, which is a very, very great thing. But this is definitely something you're going to have to watch because these rates are always constantly changing. Next thing I want to go on about Proton Loan with is so here's a few ways that you can actually utilize Proton Loan to your advantage, which is pretty much, I'm going to be giving you guys kind of a view about how I'm planning on going on about this. And pretty much what I plan on doing is if I take out a loan and I end up borrowing with Proton Loan, then I'm more than likely going to borrow and use that borrowed those borrowed assets towards something that is going to kind of generate a trying to think of a word for this, something that's going to generate like a passive income type thing, you know what I mean? So let's say I have my business right here, Bowls and Poles Fishing, so I'll take out a loan on that to kind of pay for ad revenue so I can have a few extra months on ads or a few extra days on ads or something like that, in hopes of being able to pretty much make that money back and then some, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty much going to be taking and borrowing with the possible hopes of making my money back and then some. So let's use another example. Like, let's say I wanted to take and borrow because I wanted to buy something that would help one of my 2 YouTube channels out. So let's say I go ahead and I buy a brand new camera or something like that. Well, I get paid from YouTube on a month-by-month basis. So with that being said, I can try to see if I can divvy that money up in a bit faster time period, or make a bit more back that way so that I can kind of pay what I borrowed back and then also have some money pretty much forwarded to me through Proton Loan. So that's pretty much how I'm planning on going about this. The way that I would not recommend to go about this would be to go ahead and take the loan out and pretty much borrow to buy something like, let's say, to buy something like clothes, or to buy something like shoes, or pretty much something that's not going to make you money, basically. So that would be a car to an extent as well. But with cars, you can drive that car to go to work and stuff like that. So it wouldn't really be too much a car. I'm trying to think of other things that you could probably buy. Video games. So if you're not a pro gamer and you're buying video games with this, or something of that nature, or you're just buying like just ridiculous stuff pretty much that isn't kind of giving you any value in return as far as cash goes, it's probably not the best thing to do unless you know for a fact that you're going to be able to make enough money back to pay back what you borrowed. So that's pretty much how I'm looking at Proton Loan as far as that sense goes. And then, as you all know, we also have the lending aspect of things as well. So pretty much with the lending, what I would pretty much be doing would be lending, and also try out the whole liquidator type thing that was actually brought up here. under liquidations, as I talked about before. As you can see, liquidators are important for the system's health and are therefore incentivized to perform liquidations by receiving a discount on seized collateral, which means they can pretty much receive a collateral, more collateral than the debt they use to repay for the borrower. So pretty much what liquidators would be doing is they'd be searching for borrowers and who are pretty much bad borrowers, pretty much, and going out and paying back what that person borrowed so that they can make what that person borrowed and then some on top of that. And that's pretty much what liquidators are. So they would be getting rewarded for that. So that's definitely going to be very, very interesting to watch play out in the long term, because I'm actually very interested in this in particular, because I think this is going to be like a very fun like aspect of things when it comes to Proton Loan. And I think it'll be like pretty cool to kind of watch people become like bounty hunters pretty much. But that's that right there. This is the documentation paper, which is pretty much like the white paper for Proton Loan. I would definitely recommend that you guys go ahead and you read up on that. They have it on the front page of Proton Loan. I'm pretty sure. I think I've seen it somewhere down around this area. But anyways, guys, let's continue on here. So we have all that knocked out. So next thing that I want to talk about is the reward. So you pretty much get rewarded in loan tokens. And for doing that, you would pretty much come to the portfolio area here. I don't want to really open my portfolio up, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. But there will be a rewards box in the corner over here that you can pretty much click and claim your rewards and loans tokens. And speaking of loan, let's go ahead and check out the price of loan. So loan is actually up on CoinGecko now. So that's really awesome. I'm not sure if it's on CoinMarketCap just yet. I haven't recently checked, but I know for a fact that it's on CoinGecko because they made an announcement on Twitter about it. So if you guys want to check this out, 175 people like it. I definitely need to log into my CoinGecko account and like this as well. Anyways, as you see, the market cap's not showing, and neither is the circulating supply because this is relatively new. The 24-hour trading volume is here as well, but not really too sure how accurate most of this information is just yet. So as you can see down here, this is what it's showing for the max chart history on the chart. This is still a fairly young project, so there's definitely not really going to be too much to read into here, but it is nice to know that they are listed on CoinGecko. So I actually do want to come back here and talk about the total value locked again, because as you can see down here, the date for this post for from Proton is on the 21st. We are now at the 28th of 2022. So just in a few days, we were able to achieve a few million more value locked, as you guys can see here, which is we are now at 11 million, almost 12. We're heading into 12 million. So that's very, very nice to see, because that definitely means that Proton Loan is moving in the right direction. And when you think about things like Aave and stuff like that, they have billions of dollars locked, like more than just 1 billion, guys. I think last time I had checked, they were around like 11, 12 billion or something like that. And there's other platforms that also have amounts of TVL, which is total value locked in the billions. So that's very, very nice to see as well, because that just shows that Proton Loan is moving in the right direction and it has a lot of room to grow. So this is definitely going to be a very nice one to watch unfold in the near future, because this is super duper early, guys. We're looking at this at a very, very early stage and point in time. So it's going to be very interesting to kind of watch new things kind of show up as far as Proton Loan goes, like new aspects of the lending platform, and to just watch it evolve and watch the ecosystem around it grow. So that's going to be very, very interesting to watch in its own, in my personal opinion. So the one last thing that I want to talk about that I'm not going to go too deep into is yield farming. So I actually saw this yield farming guide get shared on Twitter a few hours ago. And I just thought it would be an interesting thing to share, because I know a lot of people have questions regarding yield farming. Definitely look into yield farming and look into different strategies as far as yield farming goes before you just jump in, because this can be very, very dangerous depending on how you get your feet in there and get your feet wet in the water. So as you can see, there's a good read down here. You guys can go ahead and check this out. I'll put a link in the description, but pretty much it goes over what yield farming is, why people yield farm, and how you can yield farm on Proton. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today's video. I just wanted to do a really quick video on Proton Loan because the lending platform has been out for a few days now, but I've been out with my family and spending time with them, which is always great. But anyways, guys, really thank you guys for coming and checking out the channel and supporting the channel. Really appreciate you for watching. If you made it this far, check out my next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.